Hi and foray. Now that we finished learning about the whole Seder, I wanted to talk to you about something that goes on our Seder table. Most of the things we've already talked about, but I want to show you the whole thing. And that's the Seder plate. Right here, I have my Seder plate. I can't lift it for you because it has the items already on it. Maybe what I'll do is I'll take everything off and I'll show you what the Seder plate looks like. It's a beautiful plate. Mine is blue. And it has spots on it for 6 things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look closely. Tell me if there's anything on the Seder plate that you recognize, that you already know what it is. Look closely. See anything that you recognize? That's okay if you don't. I'm going to show you everything that goes on the Seder plate right now. I'm going to start with something I think you do know, and that is the maror. We start with the bitter herbs, and this is going to go right in the very middle of my Seder plate. We know that the maror is to remind us of the bitter feelings of the avadim. I'm going to put this right here on my Seder plate. Now I told you that there was other types of maror, like lettuce. This is also called chazeret. That's another name for another type of maror. We have maror and chazeret, and both of them are bitter, and both of them are used at the Seder. I'm going to put my maror, my chazeret, on the Seder plate. Now I also have here my karpas. Remember we talked about how different families use different things for karpas? Some use celery, some use parsley, some use potato, some use onion. Well, I have a celery to put on this Seder plate. Put it right over here by karpas. And here's my bowl of salt water right here. We dip the karpas in the salt water. Ooh, that's salty. Ooh, that's really salty. Whoa, that reminds me of the salty tears of the avadim who cried when they were slaves in Mitzrayim. Now I also have here my apple for charoset. Charoset is that yum, sweet, sticky stuff that reminds us of the cement and the bricks that the Jewish avadim had to make in Mitzrayim when they were working for Paro and building. So my charoset goes on my Seder plate. Then I have something here, 2 things actually, which remind us of presents we used to give to someone. Not presents we give to the family, but presents that we give to Hashem. At our Shabbat party last week, when we did Parsha, I told you about karbanot. Karbanot are presents that we give to Hashem. The problem is you can only give these presents to Hashem when we have a Beit HaMikdash. Do we have a Beit HaMikdash now? Not yet. We hope really soon. We sing for it every day during Tefillah when we say we want Mashiach now. We daven for Mashiach and that Beit HaMikdash to come. But right now we don't have one, which means we can't bring those presents to Hashem. But we still want to remember the presents that we used to bring to Hashem. And 2 things go on our Seder plate that remind us of presents we used to bring to Hashem. Karbanot that we used to bring when we had the Beit HaMikdash. And that is our roasted bone, called a zroa. A zroa, a roasted bone, reminds us of some of the gifts, the karbanot we used to bring to Hashem. And a roasted cooked egg. An egg was another type of karbanot, one of the presents we used to bring to Hashem. In Hebrew, it's called a beitza, and the beitza goes on the Seder plate. Now, it's hard for me to pick up my Seder plate now because if I do, everything will fall off. Oh, there it goes. Let's review one more time what each thing is called. And if you remember what it's called, shout it out at me so I can hear you, okay? Let's see. The apple is for, I'll give you a hint. It's that sweet, sticky stuff that reminds us of the cement and the bricks that the avadim made in Mitzrayim. Charoset. Okay, let's see. What about this one? The egg. In Hebrew, that is called the beitza. Can you say beitza with me? Beitza, very good. Now we have, tell me what this is, it's so bitter. Maror, excellent. And now the other type of maror, chazeret. I'm going to say that slowly. Chazeret. You try. Try it a little louder. Chazeret. Great. Put it on the Seder plate. My bone. My roasted chicken bone. This is called the zroa. The zroa. Say zroa. Whisper. Zroa. Great. That goes on my Seder plate. And last but not least. Yeah, I know it's celery, but it is karpas. My karpas goes on the Seder plate. Now, I have this Seder plate that I'm going to bring to my Seder. And I also have a Seder plate with the real foods that have real charoset and real zroa, real maror, chazeret, karpas, and beitza. But I also like to bring this because I worked really hard on it. Now, at your Seder, you're going to have a real Seder plate with the real foods that your parents are in charge of. But I want you to make a Seder plate too. So tomorrow, we are all going to get together and make Seder plates together with our groups, okay? Don't do it on your own. You're going to come together with us and make it. You're going to bring a picture of the Seder plate pieces. You're going to bring a paper plate, a scissor, glue, and something to color with. That can be crayons or markers or colored pencils, anything you want. And I'm really excited to make these Seder plates with you. See you later.